Alright, how's it going everybody? My name is Isaac and um, I'm a little miffed, I'm not gonna lie. I just recorded like a 30-minute video for this video I'm doing right now and it got deleted. So I'm here to re-record it and it might be a little shorter because I'm just gonna be going through it. I'm not gonna be talking about the story at this point, like because man, I spent so much time pouring my heart out into that. Unfortunate, but you gotta roll with the punches, whatever. Let's just get it, let's do it, and we'll be done. Alright, so I'm here to talk about Dragon Ball Super. More specifically, Dragon Ball Super the manga, the beginning arc, like the Battle of Gods arc, all the way to the Tournament of Power, right? Since I just finished it, now, in the video it was 20 minutes ago, now it's like an hour ago. And I'm here to talk about like my opinions of it. And let's just start from the beginning. Battle of Gods, it's faithful to the anime, except, well, faithful to the movie and the anime, except the ending of it. It's not like the anime. It was like, I want to let you destroy my world and all of that. But Battle of Gods, it's good. It's serviceable. Like I'll always enjoy it because it added such a fresh air of of life to the anime, to Dragon Ball in general. Like Dragon Ball wouldn't be here if the 2013 movie didn't come out, and that's just a fact. But regardless, then you got Resurrection F. I don't like this arc. Like, in my humble opinion, I do not like Resurrection F at all. Which is funny because that's the one Dragon Ball poster I have in my room. It's the Resurrection F movie. The one thing I dislike about the show, or one of the things. But I don't like it, and I'm glad that it's not in the manga because they glossed over it. So oh, I'll put spoilers in the title, whatever. But yeah, so Resurrection F skipped. Like I didn't skip because it's literally just not there. Like I want to reiterate that it's just not there. And so Universe 6 was the Universe 7 arc. It was good, honestly. Like it's a short arc, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. I enjoyed it because of Hit versus Goku. Hit's always a cool character to see sometimes whenever he does something cool. But Universe 7 versus Universe 6, Hit was the highlight. Goku going like balls to the wall crazy against him was fire. And Vegeta and Kaba also highlight. I think they were dope. It's a cool arc, and it sets up for a lot in the future. But anyways, after that we got Zamasu arc, Future Trunks arc. This arc is amazing. This arc is fire, bro. I cannot stress that enough. This arc is so dope. Like it's a slow burner from like the beginning all the way to like when they come back to the future the second time. It's pretty slow, but I enjoy it nonetheless. Like Zamasu, Gowasu, I think they're pretty cool. Goku Black is alright, nothing crazy. But what's his dude's name? Beer is coming in and erasing Zamasu is pretty sick. You got Goku and Vegeta fighting. What's it called? Them in the future. In the anime, they kind of highlighted more. Now that I think about it, the attachment to it. Hearing Goku Black, like what he did to Goku's family, what he did to the future and all that. Like hearing that and how Goku reacted to it. Hearing how Vegeta reacted to Goku. Oh, anyways, yeah. So I was talking about. Yeah. So basically, the anime just highlights more like what Goku and Vegeta really go through when they see this happening. Like this is a future that could potentially happen if they don't stop this here. So it was just cool. I enjoyed the Zamasu arc because of the changes that happened in the fight. Vegito still showed up, but a lot shorter, which sucks. But at the same time, it's just like whatever. They stick true to the time limit, since it works different for mortals than it does for gods, which I'm fine with because it makes sense, like because it happened in the anime. Whether it was planned that far ahead or not, who knows? But it makes sense. So it's not like just a contrived thing, or at least to me it isn't. But to other people, it very well can be, because it's just like, oh, they defused even though they were supposed to be stuck forever. Wow, that's crazy. But Kawasu explained it, so it's whatever. But regardless, the fight in the manga was fire. I enjoyed it way more than the fight in the anime. Even though it was like Trunks' moment in the anime, which the sword was cool. It just didn't make sense to me, you know. It just didn't make sense. Like how was Trunks like Super Saiyan 2, almost Super Saiyan 3, able to take on a god like that, you know? Like I don't like to get too deep into power scaling because it just ruins the show. But like that one was just like it took me out of it. Like I was so deep into it and it just took me out of it, you know? Well, in here it was just like this makes sense. This makes perfect sense. And I know you shouldn't come to this show for sense, but like there's just so many things that you can look at in the show and be like, all right, I can let that slide. And in the anime, it was just too many. That was just like, all right, nah, I don't want to let that slide. That just doesn't make sense. In the manga, though, it's pretty dope. Honestly, like I thoroughly enjoyed it. But next is the Tournament of Power. Well, actually, let me talk. Well, I'll talk about it in the end. Um, Tournament of Power. It was shorter, a lot shorter, so I enjoy it a lot more for that. But at the same time, it could have used more substance, you know. Like Goku versus Jiren was the highlight of the fight. Excuse me. So you know it was going to get more attention. But stuff like Kale versus like Frieza or Kale versus Frieza, Caulifla and Kaba doing that thing against Kale, that was pretty cool. But I wish I could have seen like a little bit more of it, or at least like it was highlighted more. Gohan versus Kefla. I wish like that fight was a tragedy, man, because of the fact that I wish there was more of it. I really wish there was more of it. It was such a cool fight, but it just got cut too short because they literally like they started fighting and they were boxing. And Gohan has this revelation, excuse me. Like, yo, I'm not gonna use my Saiyan blood anymore to try and get stronger. I'm using this off of the merit of me being a human being. And then Kefla's like, alright, if you don't go Super Saiyan, then that's your grave. And then they're boxing, and it's mad dope. But then Whis is like, oh, well, it seems like their fight's almost done. What? What do you mean it's almost done? And then they're just both beat up, and they're just like, well, I guess we're not going to win, Kefla. Or Kale. And Caulifla and all that. And Gohan's like, well, don't worry. I'm at my limit, too. Let's finish this. And they're boxing, and they finish each other off. And it's a tie. Like the tie, I don't mind at all, right? I just wish it was longer, bro. Like I really do wish, because Gohan got a sick moment in that. Gohan had a really dope moment in the Tournament of Power right there. Instead of Goku being the one fighting in the anime, fighting her in the anime. Excuse me, it's Gohan, and I think that's sick. I think that's so dope. Gives Gohan some purpose for being there, and it gives him a sick moment to validate it. You know, like it's dope. But again, Vegeta versus Toppo. Wish it was longer because it was just barely like a fight. They did not highlight it at all. Frieza knocked out Toppo and Dispo, like, which sucks, but you know, like whatever. But I just wish some more fights got highlighted. Not all of them, because that's the problem with the anime version of Tournament of Power. Because way too many fights got highlighted and they were dragging on. But the Tournament of Power in the manga could use a little bit more. Just a little bit more, and I would have loved it. It would have been my favorite arc before like the Moro arc. But the Tournament of Power itself, it was serviceable. It was good. Uh, Compared to every arc before that, the best arc before it was Zamasu. And to me, that still holds true. Like Zamasu, Tournament of Power, Universe 6, Battle of Gods, and a Resurrection F. But like, what was it called? The Tournament of Power. To me, honestly, it could have used a little bit more. But what it had, it was good. Like I thoroughly enjoyed the changes that they had in the manga. They still kept 617 a drip disciple. They still kept Frieza at the end, but they changed it a little bit more. Like the hype in it was not like, excuse me, it wasn't like the anime where they had all the hype when everything was going down. But it was there. The hype was still there. I will not deny that at all. Man, excuse me. But regardless, that's all of them, right? That's all the arcs that I got through. I already read Moro and Granola. I did a video on that, so you know, my opinions are in there. But if I had to rank all of it, like all of it, I would say that the Moro arc is the best arc in Super. Excuse me. Then you have Zamasu coming in second place, and then you have Tournament of Power coming in third. Granola coming in fourth, then Universe 6, then Battle of Gods, then Resurrection F. That's like my listing for my favorite arcs right now. It could very well change if Granola takes a turn for the better. Right now it's okay, but I'll talk about that later when more of it comes out. But regardless, those are my arcs. Now for the characters, right? My favorite character is 17. Android 17 is so fire in like Super. My favorite character from like all of Dragon Ball is Trunks, but 17 is so dope. The Tournament of Power, he's the MVP. He's so fire. 17 he grew up in like or rose, excuse me, in the standings for my favorite characters in Dragon Ball. And man, is he so dope for it. Because even back in Cell Saga, like, he was just sick because of his fight with Piccolo. One of the best fights in like Dragon Ball history because of how dope it is. But 17, then you have Granola at number 3. Well, actually, no, excuse me. Um, Miras is number 1. Miras is just too good. I won't even talk about him too much because of how good he is. He's just awesome. Miras is number 1. Android 17 is number 2. Trunks is number 3. Granola is number 4. And Moro's number 5. Granola, to me, he's just a cool character. Like, he's the highlight of the Granola arc by far. To me, he's the best character in the entire thing. Because of his story, his past, how it connects to Goku and Vegeta, how he connects to, like, Gas and all of them. Like, he makes every character in that arc better. To me, I think he's fire. Moro's just good because he's great. He's a great villain. Like, he's scum. He's literally just scum. But he's good scum, like, as in, like, storytelling wise. He's dope. He's dope. Mai is also pretty cool. Like, I like her better in here than in the manga or in the anime. Because we just get to see more how cute the Trunks and Mai are together. It's so dope. It's so sweet. Um and honestly I think that's it, honestly. Like my favorite moment probably like my favorite moments in the manga are Gohan versus Kefla. Again, I wish it was longer, but it was dope. Goku and Vegeta fighting Jiren, because in this one it felt better. It felt a lot better than in the anime, but at the same time it could have been done better. But Goku and Vegeta were in the manga versus Jiren was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, it was dope. Um, 17 and Frieza teaming up together to work together, like that was pretty dope. It shows a slight change in Frieza a little bit. How like he went from working with Frost and betraying him to working with 17 and winning. You know, that was pretty dope. Goku versus Zamasu, like when Goku got rejuvenated by Trunks, that was so fire. That was actually so fire. Like by far that was the closest thing that I'll get to like being that hype in the manga, besides like Moro. Cause my goodness, bro, yo, like oh my gosh, Goku versus Hit was pretty dope, or excuse me, dope. It was pretty sick. Um, Beerus erasing Zamasu. The Lord of Lords erasing everything. The preliminaries where it was Goku versus Topo. That was pretty sick. Um, what's it called? Moro, where Miras was training Goku while Vegeta was on planet or planet Yardrat, excuse me. That was one of the sickest things I've ever seen in the show, in like the manga ever. Goku and Vegeta training, but on Yardrat and in a Galactic Time Patrol or Galactic Patrol, excuse me. It was so dope. I loved it so much. Goku and Vegeta fighting Moro for the first time. Goku and Vegeta fighting him the second time. The invasion of planet Earth with like you or Prisoner 7-3 and all of that. That was pretty dope. Goku fighting Moro with Mastered UI. Him like showing up after the training on the Galactic Patrol. Vegeta fighting Moro. Uh, the ending of the arc. Whis giving Goku advice and all that, so he wouldn't have another Frieza incident in the Resurrection F thing. Granola versus Goku. Granola versus Vegeta with Ultra Ego. Whether you think the form looks cool or stupid or the name is stupid, I do not care because the fight was just good enough as it was. It was so good. Then after that, Granola getting his wish and being just mad cracked. Him fighting like him, Vegeta giving Granola, the sensu bean, having him fight Gas, that was dope to me. Like that happened recently, actually. It, how do I say this? Granola and Moro are definitely the highlights of the manga, along with Zamasu. Those arcs I have to say are getting good. Granola being the worst out of the three because it's just weird right now. Like, what's gonna happen in this arc? And why is it going on like this? Is the question. Who knows? But we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully, I can save this video and upload it in one piece. And hopefully, I can upload One Piece at some point. But regardless, hopefully, it doesn't fail. I have wholehearted belief that things will work out. Not to get religious, but I believe it's in God's will. But regardless, that's gonna be it for me for now. Dragon Ball Super Manga. I highly recommend it if you haven't read it. It's a fun read, It's a fun read. Something like a battle anime. Just some fun, some nice fun. But regardless, yeah. Uh, I enjoyed it. The first half of it, 6. At its lowest, it's a 4. At its best, it's a 7. The Moro and Granola stuff, at its best, it's an 8, closer to a 9. While at its lowest, it's a 6. And overall, I'll give the show a 7. Or, I mean, the manga a 7. It's good. It's fun. It's good, not great, but it could be better. It's just something you can enjoy if you're like, alright, who cares about power scaling? This is just dumb fun. But, regardless, I'm gonna call it here for now. Dragon Ball Super, spoilers, me talking about the first half of it, from Battle of Gods to Tournament of Power. Now it's done. I'll check you all out. Peace.